This week, our American Dream series continues. We're focusing on entrepreneurs, business leaders, those who are aspiring to have that idea and then act upon it. And today we're focusing on how those innovators can create a digital presence. It's one of the most important things that a new business can do. And joining us now to talk a little bit more about that is Calvin Bryant. He is the lead digital guy for C7 Creative. Calvin, it's good to see you.
It's great to be here. Thank you, Casey.
You talk about the American Dream. That is really your story.
It is.
Talk about this because you say you came here from Canada.
Yes.
And you knew nothing. You had a high school education and you did it from the ground up.
Yeah, I had, a lot of people complain about immigrating to the United States, and I find it a great honor and privilege to be here. And I started a company in a bedroom in my parents' basement when I was 19 years old and bought a computer with a little loan from the local bank in Middlebury, Indiana. And the good Lord opened doors from there.
Wow, and here you are today, and you're doing great things, I know, at C7 Creative. So let's talk a little bit about what you recommend entrepreneurs and business leaders can do to create a presence online, because is it just true that a website doesn't cut it? Just a website doesn't do it anymore.
That's true. Well, we're living in an age of invention, and there's a rare opportunity we have where just the average person in small business now can compete with larger organizations where they didn't have the budget or the means years ago. And digital allows us to do that through Google and search engine optimization, what you do with your website, social media, all of these types of things. You can really empower a small business to compete on a national level in a way you couldn't do it before.
You hit a buzzword that a lot of businesses want to maximize. It's SEO, search engine optimization. Is there some magical equation to getting higher in Google or getting higher in those search platforms like Bing or whatever? How do you do it?
Sure. So buzzwords are part of any emerging industry, and certainly we have our fair share of buzzwords. SEO, search engine optimization, essentially means that there's right and wrong things you can do on your website so that when Google reads it, it lists and reads it better than others. And so search engine optimization is a way for you to optimize your site with the right information in the right spots by a professional. And then when Google reads it and indexes you, when people search for the best news show on television, you come up either at the top or at the bottom, depending on how well you've done.
It's interesting what you said. There are things you can do to help, but also to hinder.
Absolutely.
I didn't realize, what's an example of hindering your SEO?
Well, yeah, sure. I think copying and pasting content from somebody else's website. Google is very, very smart now. We call them algorithms. I'm sure everybody's heard that term. Basically, they analyze what other people are doing in other areas, and they can tell if you've pirated information, and they will penalize you. So think of it like a scorecard. It's an index where you can check off what you're doing right, and if you do something wrong and you get caught, they hold that strike against you, and they'll push you down lower because they want to provide the best information to their browsers, like any business.
So you say there are things that people can do with that website, because I think people think, I've got the website, I'm good, but what can you do with that website?
Yeah, sure. So that's a great start. Obviously, you have to get started by having the presence. There's lots of good professionals. We're an optimization agency here in Jacksonville. I'm not the only one. There's some other really good guys out there that are doing some great things. So I encourage you, search SEO Jacksonville on Google. See who comes up. And
I think I know who comes up very high.
Yeah, but all joking aside, absolutely. So get started and then budget it in, just like you would in the old days with a marketing budget that you would have for a Yellow Pages ad or something that you would do to promote your business offline. Now you need to focus online. Mobile devices have transformed who is online and when they're online, from moms to business executives. You need to be there because that's where your customers are.
Because you're not necessarily going to be behind the computer. You're going to be on your phone, on your iPad, and so I'm sure there are different platforms that reach that better than others.
Exactly.
I would imagine. Okay, so talk briefly about what you guys do at C7 Creative, and also you're very much involved. There's a tech conference that's going to be going on at the Prime Osborne Convention Center tomorrow.
Yes. So at C7 Creative, we have 3 buckets. We have a marketing bucket, which is search engine optimization and everything digital. We focus on small businesses. We have a creative bucket, branding, that type of thing for companies. Then we have a a marketing and social media budget that basically does your online social media campaigns, Google, Facebook, Instagram, those types of things. And we coordinate them in campaigns for companies.
And the social media is so huge too,
Massive.
right? A lot of people are going there to get their news now, and it's entertaining. That's the first place a lot of people go is Facebook. The tech conference, you're going to be there. You say it's all local. Chamber of Commerce is putting it on.
Sure.
It's an opportunity, you've told me, for people who are very much engaged in the Jacksonville tech market to meet business owners and leaders to get kind of an idea, right, as to what Jacksonville has to offer?
Yeah, there's no hidden agenda there. It's homegrown. It's all organic. It's our local businesses, small businesses. We take some time out of the year, instead of running our businesses, we have a few moments where we spend some time to meet each other, get to know each other, introduce ourselves to each other's businesses to grow Jacksonville as a technology hub. It's great for the companies that are here, and it's an opportunity for you as a smaller company to really get some great exposure. So come on out tomorrow at the Prime Osborne Convention Center for the Tech Coast Conference.
Good deal. It's good to see you, Calvin. Thanks so much for coming on. We appreciate the time and the expertise. And if you'd like more information on C7 Creative, you can always head to their website, which is c7creative.com, and the number is also right there on the bottom of your screen, or you can see them at the big tech conference coming up tomorrow at the Prime Osborne Convention Center.